In this video, I want to answer the question that a lot of people ask, and that is, how much do I need for a down payment if I want to buy a home? Well, the short answer to that is there are programs available and there are ways that you can get into a home without having any down payment. And then there are other programs that require minimal down payment. So let's talk about it. So first of all, if you don't want to have a down payment, your options are fairly limited, but there are some options. So first of all, there's the VA loan program. So if you happen to be an eligible veteran, then you might qualify for a VA loan and you could do that, and you don't have to have a down payment for that program. There's also a program offered through the USDA. It's called a guaranteed housing, and I did a separate video for that, so you can go check out that video. That's also probably in this playlist. But on that program, if you're buying a home that is in an eligible rural area and you meet the income requirements, then you might qualify for that program, and you can do 100% financing on that one as well. You don't need a down payment. Now, let me say also, when we talk about down payment, another expense you're going to have when you buy a home. So even if you get a loan where you don't have to have a down payment, there's still a matter of closing costs. So there's a lot of things that have to be done to vet the property and get through the process, like, doing the title search, doing the appraisal, recording, inspections, all those things. So there are costs associated with those. Now, you might have a situation where you don't have a down payment, but you do have some funds available to cover the closing costs. Or you might have a situation where your seller might agree to pay some or all of those closing costs. And that would be something you would want to discuss with your agent when you start looking at homes. Okay, so that's the two programs where you can do 100% financing. Know also that there are some down payment assistance programs available that you can pair up that might be able to cover the closing costs, or you can pair them up with some of the other programs that I'm about to talk about that could cover your down payment as well. So when you do a conventional loan, for instance, through Fannie Mae, if you're a first-time home buyer, you can do as little as 3% down. So if it's a $200,000 purchase, that's $6,000 that you would need. And then you've got the matter of closing costs, which would either need to be covered by you, the seller, or maybe some kind of down payment assistance program or something like that. And then finally, there's the FHA program, and FHA requires a 3.5% down payment. So back to our earlier example, on a $200,000 purchase, you would need $7,000 for your down payment. And then you've got to cover the closing costs somehow there as well, either you or the seller or some type of assistance there. So I hope that helps. So many times, I see people on news programs who talk about that you have to have a 20% down payment to buy a home, and that's just not the case. As you can see, you can get by in many cases with a minimal down payment. Some of the programs you do need to be a first-time home buyer, but most you don't. So you can do minimal down payment, or in some cases, maybe no down payment. So if you'd like to see what your options might be, or look at some situations specific to your, or some scenarios specific to your situation, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be glad to put some stuff together for you and kind of talk you through what your options might be. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.